property, returning stolen vehicles, and chasing down criminals.
I am unbeatable today. Oh, really?
The game launches in just a few days on April 21st, both in stores and on the Nintendo eShop. So don't miss out on another chance to get lost in the charm and fun of LEGO City. SwapNote users will soon be receiving a special note from someone close to the game. And if you have played any of the games shown here, you may even be receiving more special swap notes soon. The launch of Animal Crossing New Leaf is less than 2 months away, and we know many of you are now thinking about the best way to get the game. Do you go with the convenience of owning the game digitally, or is your inner collector craving the physical version? Well, here's another option for you. Starting from the game's launch on June 9th, we'll be offering a Nintendo 3DS XL hardware bundle that includes a pre-installed version of the game. This bundle carries a suggested retail price of $219.99 and is the perfect way to go if you are interested in the game and looking to upgrade from Nintendo 3DS to Nintendo 3DS XL, or if Animal Crossing New Leaf is your reason for joining the Nintendo 3DS family. And now I have a bit of news for you about 2 classic Zelda titles coming soon to Virtual Console for Nintendo 3DS. The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Originally developed by our friends at Capcom, these 2 games represented the pinnacle of 2D Zelda gameplay when they released on Game Boy Color back in 2001. Blending the best elements of the 8 and 16-bit era Zelda games with popular characters from the N64 games, while introducing new characters, new enemies, and a surprising array of new gameplay mechanics. Perhaps the biggest innovation was the fact the 2 games were interconnected. You could play either one first, and could link the games together to continue your quest in the other. Doing so unlocked new events in each game, allowed you to travel back and forth between the 2 lands the games were set in, and led to an ultimate final showdown that could only be experienced by playing both. All of these features return when the Oracle games launch in the Nintendo eShop on May 30th. While you don't have to play both games, I hope you will, so you can see why these 2 games have earned so many passionate fans over the years. There are a few other games coming to Nintendo 3DS in North America that we also wanted to share with you today. Some of these are games that players in Japan have been enjoying, and we know you have been interested in since they were first announced overseas. We're happy to say that you will have the chance to play them in the months ahead. The first is Bravely Default from Square Enix. This is a role-playing game with a twist. Players can choose to skip their turn in battle for a chance to do more damage in later turns. It adds an interesting layer of strategy to the battles, as you have to weigh the immediacy of attacking first and the potential for delayed gratification by waiting. The game also features AR functionality, multiple endings, and unique wireless features, making it a title you'll come back to again and again. We're partnering with Square Enix to publish the game in North America, and we're planning for release in 2014. Another game I wanted to discuss is the latest entry in the Professor Layton series, which will be releasing in North America in 2014. The game marks the conclusion of the second Professor Layton trilogy of games, and features Professor Layton and Luke traveling around the world to solve yet another mystery. Featuring more than 500 entirely new puzzles and a climactic storyline, the conclusion of the second Layton saga is a major gaming event you won't want to miss. We'd also like to introduce some upcoming Nintendo 3DS eShop titles from Level 5. Known as the Guild series in Japan, these games offer new experiences from some of Japan's top game creators, and 3 of the newest titles are coming to you soon. The first game is the Starship Damre, from the creative duo of Kazuya Asano and Takemaru Abiko, who are known as pioneers of the text-based adventure and visual novel genres in Japan. In this game, players find themselves in a suspenseful adventure that does not provide them with any tutorials or objectives at all. Players will have to find what little information they can in order to discover the truth of their circumstances. The second title is Bugs vs. Tanks, a game from Concept's Keiji Inafune, known for creating the Mega Man series, as well as many other hit franchises. Players control a World War II tank squad that has been shrunk down to the size of bugs that they must now fight. Customize your tank to fight the swarms of giant bugs and do your best to survive in this hostile, microscopic world. Finally, we have Attack of the Friday Monsters, a Tokyo Tale, by Millennium Kitchen's Kaz Ayabe, who has mesmerized many Japanese fans with his heartwarming stories. Players will take the role of a young boy named Sota, who lives where the giant monsters from TV shows of Japan's 1970s come to life every Friday. The town and the people of the era have been brought to life in a new Tokyo-style fantasy that gives players a glimpse into the various events that unfold in this world. Level 5's The Starship Damre, Bugs vs. Tank, and Attack of the Friday Monsters, a Tokyo Tale are coming soon to Nintendo eShop, so stay on the lookout for more details in the future. Last but not least, our friends at Atlus recently shared that Shin Megami Tensei 4 is headed to North America this summer, and we have additional details on what fans can expect from this massive RPG. Atlus is pulling out the stops with this release, and every copy of the game in the initial shipment will come with a music CD, strategy and design book, and collectible outer slipcase. The game will launch on July 16th, so get ready to spend the days of summer immersed in this epic handheld experience. We're almost done today, but before we go, Reggie has one last announcement that he'd like to share with all of you.
Thank you, Bill, and hi, everyone. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past was originally released for the Super NES in 1992. Those of you who've heard me speak about this game know that it's my favorite of all time. More than 20 years after this landmark game was originally released, we're now developing a new game that will take place in the same game world for Nintendo 3DS. What our developers want to achieve in this new Zelda game is to reinvigorate the flat 2D world of A Link to the Past with a sense of height and volume using the three-dimensional display of Nintendo 3DS. With it, it's easier to differentiate levels in the environment, and our developers can utilize height differences in dungeons as a puzzle-solving mechanic. While this game is set in the world of A Link to the Past, it features an original storyline and entirely new dungeons. Also in this game, Link can become a drawing and move within walls. By moving in the walls, your viewpoint changes, and you can see the connections within the area that you couldn't observe before. This new mechanic will play a key role in solving puzzles in the game. Because we want you to experience the game world with the full 3D visuals our developers have created, we've prepared a 3D video you can download from the Nintendo eShop shortly after this video concludes. We'll be launching this exciting new game in the Zelda series for Nintendo 3DS this holiday season. Thank you very much for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.